I knew the girl. Her name was Betty. We were in an old school gang together all those years ago. Long before my heart was burned from the heat downtown. Long before she was more than burned. This one concerns me. So normal looking, minus the blown away face. So out of place. A great streak of scarlet amongst the black and white. A John Doe as well. No idea anything. I don't know this guy. Looks like a thug though. ID says Martin Lime. Sounds fake. But that's definitely a prison tattoo. So it won't be too hard to track down who he really is.
Mattock, what the hell are you doing?
Don't sweat, Chief. Just taking some notes.
Taking notes? Lesley, we've talked about this. It's not your job to take notes. Take that hat off. Look really stupid.
Sorry, Chief. Just trying to help.
Just go outside and stop the rest of the public coming in.
Yes, Chief. Can I have my hat back? Thanks.
Now that's out of the way, it's time for my investigation to start. And, like all great investigations, it begins at the water cooler.
Hey, Patrick. Alright, Lesley. How's the coffee?
Damn good.
What do you want?
What makes you assume I want something? Alright, fair enough. I was wondering if you had any more information on the triple homicide case.
And what exactly has that got to do with you?
I was an associate of one of the victims.
Really?
Yeah, Betty Davidson and I. We were good friends back in the day.
Oh, no shit. Well, Martin Lime, real name Martin Bateman. He's an ex-con, out of prison for about a year now. He's kept his slate pretty clean. He works as a deadbeat private eye. And your friend, we suspect, was a hooker. But the real question is, was she there with the detective? Or was she there with our mystery man? Does that satisfy your hunger?
I'm stuffed.
Good. Now get back to work.
I guessed half of what Patrick told me, though I agree with what he said. The John Doe is the key. Find him, solve the case. It's time to really get the ball rolling and shake things up. I'll start with Betty. You always start with the dame because when they're involved, trouble just seems to radiate around them.
Welcome to Jimmy's. What can I get you?
Whiskey, double, straight up. Pour one for yourself, Jimmy. It's time we had words.
Lesley Mattock.
Hey.
Haven't seen you since the schoolyard days.
Yep.
What brings you to this crack of town?
Betty Davidson. I guess you heard.
Yeah, I heard. It was terrible. She was so young and pretty. But what's that got to do with you?
Let's get to the chase. I know you and her were still close. I know you knew she was a whore. And I think you let her and her gang operate through this joint. I need names.
What, so you're a cop now, is that it? What is this, a shakedown?
Call me what you want. All that matters is I'm a man with questions. Are you going to give me the answers I need?
Fuck you, Mattock. This is none of your business. Maybe I should call the real police. Tell them I'm getting harassed by a civilian who doesn't know his place.
Look, I need names and I need them now. Don't make me get my hands dirty.
Okay. I've got names.
Why do you care? You haven't seen her in 10 years.
Maybe not. The past is only Polaroids away.
I thought I knew one of the names Jimmy gave me, so I started there. It was when I burst in on some pimple-faced kid who goes to the same gym as me, I realised these weren't the players I'd asked for. These were the middleman's middlemen, the shit between the cracks. Jimmy had played me and then flown the coop. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. There was no point tracking down the rest of the list, so I had to make do with what I had. Things got dirty though. I had to beat up a guy pretty bad to get anything useful. It wasn't anything like the movies. There was nothing suave about it. It was cold, loud, messy. It made my knuckles hurt. But I got what I wanted. The name of the guy who ran Betty. The name of the guy who had the name of our Mr. John Doe. The Falcon.
And that was Emily Crofts, the up-and-coming lady. In local news, 3 dead bodies were found today uptown. So far, no details have been released by the police, not even the victims' names.
But that can wait till morning. I need my rest. Today's been long and without pause.
Who's there? Who are you?
I'm the Falcon. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mattock.
Where am I?
That really doesn't matter at this time, Mr. Mattock.
I see. Thanks. You saved me the trouble of finding you.
Don't act like you planned for me to bring you here. But you have been looking for me. Why?
Betty Davidson?
Oh, poor little Betty. So you're just another lonely little man who misses Betty's soft and satisfying touch? Stirring up trouble for fun?
Hardly. I'm looking for her killers. I think you might have the information that will lead me to them.
Do I now? Please, pray tell. What information is that?
She was found with 2 men. One, private eye, the other an unknown. Police can't identify. I figure an upstanding businesswoman such as yourself keeps a tab on all her customers.
A businesswoman? Such gracious words, Mr. Mattock. You really believe compliments will get you everywhere?
Can't hurt, can it?
That will have to be seen now, won't it?
What is this? I thought we were just talking.
Come now, Mr. Mattock. Do you really believe I kidnapped you in the middle of the night just for a pleasant conversation? You didn't just poke a sleeping bear. You spat in the face of a gang lord. I can't let even a nobody like you do without punishment. Terence, you know what to do. Okay, that's enough. Parker Adams. Throw him out, Terence. And remember, Mr. Mattock, you should always lock your door before going to bed.
Parker Adams, a name that struck a strong chord with me, but it took me a second to remember why. Turns out he was my friendly neighbourhood councilman. What a small world we live in. I hadn't even thought about my councilman since I got a letter from him when I turned 18. But this was good. It was great, in fact. The letter had a home address. I knew where to go. I could feel it. The end. The point. This whole case was coming to a close. Time to go and meet Mrs. Adams.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
Yeah.
I'm Detective Jonathan Look. I'm here with the police. I was wondering if I could have a few words with you inside.
Please do.
Thank you.
See?
Yes, thank you. Mrs. Adams, what do you know about the whereabouts of your husband?
I believe he went on a business trip a few days ago.
I see. Well, do any of these names mean anything to you? Betty Davidson?
No.
Martin Bateman?
No.
The Falcon?
No. I'm sorry, what is this about?
Martin Lime?
No.
Mrs. Adams, let me tell you what I think you know. I think you know that your husband's dead. I think you know that he was murdered. I think you know that him, Betty Davidson and Martin Lime were found dead in an apartment uptown a few days ago. And I think you now know that I suspect you had him killed because he was having an affair.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but I'm starting to get quite offended by these accusations.
It doesn't matter who I am. All that matters is you answer my questions, because if you don't, I'll be taking you downtown to the boys in blue, and trust me, they will not be as understanding as I am.
I didn't kill my husband. I didn't hire someone to kill him. I don't know why he or any of them others were killed, but I did know he was having an affair. That's why I hired Martin Lime to get the evidence I needed.
Just a scorned housewife looking for answers. Thank you for your time, Miss Adams. You've been very helpful.
Wait. I don't know if it means anything. I had no idea about this Betty girl up until a few days ago. I thought my husband was having an affair with Emily Cross, the woman running for mayor. These were taken about a week ago. It looks like they were having an argument.
It's incredible. Thank you so much, Mrs. Adams. You've been extremely helpful.
Time to close this case.
Chief, I've got it. I've solved the case.
Lesley, what are you talking about? It's early.
It's all a hit on Parker Adams, the politician, our John Doe.
Betty was there because she was sleeping with him. And Martin was there because Parker's wife had paid him to spy on her husband. She knew who was having an affair, but she didn't know who with. Now, Parker's a busy man though, because he's also been sleeping with Emily Cross, our up-and-coming Lady Mayor. I suspect this was more business than pleasure though, because he's been using it as leverage to get forward in the political world. Cross found this threatening, so she paid someone to take care of Parker. I don't know who, but...
Lesley, stop. It's over. The case was closed last night by the higher-ups. It's been labelled as a drug deal gone wrong.
What? How?
Come on. A hooker, an ex-con, and a cheating politician. It's hardly the hardest story to sell now, is it?
But I'm not clutching at straws here, Chief. I've got hard evidence. Something crooked went down here and I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but when the paycheck writers say it's so, then it's our job to make it so. Look, I know your pa was a hell of a policeman, that's why I'm cutting you some slack. Just give up.
That goes against everything we stand for, everything we believe in.
We? You're a goddamn lackey, Lesley. You represent nothing.
I'll take it to the press then. They'd kill for a story like this.
You could, but if you were right, I'd hate to see something happen to you. Trust you can see yourself out.
What's the matter with your little playmate? He looks broken-hearted. I bet when he heard Gutman's story, he thought he had me.
Cut it out, Sam.
Well, should we be getting down to the hall?
Harry, what is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
Huh?